Hello, welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming. In this video we're checking out the pre-orders from Games Workshop and Forge World for the 7th of November 2020. I haven't done a video like this for a few weeks, probably a month actually. We've been super busy, just haven't had time. And moving and all that stuff, and sick, yeah, crazy. But this week we have the release of Broken Realms, the first book in that series of Morathi. So we get the book, we get a whole bunch of themed armies as well, which is very interesting. I like the idea. So let's get stuck in and have a look. So here we go. First up, we'll come back to that one. Move that around a bit. Well, let's start with this one then. Jacob Bugmanson the 11th, Brewmaster General. A good old dwarf model. I love it for $55 Australian. As usual, prices will be in Australian. The US prices haven't come out yet. Or the UK prices, but we'll get there. So this is a limited edition model. Limited until sometime in January, I believe. It is, I read it somewhere. Okay, it doesn't say. I think it's January 3rd. I think it's available for. Pretty cool looking model. I like it. Love the new Cateron look. Very nice. Big keg on the back. Love the little beer and ale just mixing around there. Very nice. And some mugs. Very cool. I want to get one of these mugs. Stein. Get one of those normally. Yeah, it's a pretty cool model. You also get a version without the helmet, which is cool. I'll get a little bit close up here. So yeah, 55 Australian. Pretty good price, I think, for it. I like the $55 price point for these kind of models. I think it's cool. And then we have the sprue here. So it looks like it's push fit, easy to build, not that big of a deal to put together. I like it. I may go pick it up. Who knows? And a very nice box in the commemorative series. And you might have seen recently I did an unboxing of the Terminator Chaplain Tarantus, which is part of the commemorative series for Warhammer Day. So there's another one in that line. Very nice. I'll come back to that one again. So here we go. Broken Realms, Morathi. This is the limited edition version. So obviously you get the normal version and a limited edition. So this one is $140 Australian. And we look through some of the images here. So this is the first book of Broken Realms. I think there's going to be at least 4. I think they did tease exactly who was coming or what the books were going to be themed about, but I can't exactly remember. But here we go. We've got the rules here. I can't actually read that text very well, but essentially, from what I can tell, is a whole bunch of lore advancing the story, a bunch of rules, so how to play in different realms, a whole bunch of battle plans, and then updated battle tomes. So for the Daughters of Kane, the Cities of Sigmar, Stormcast Eternals, and the Ardeneth Deep King, which is very cool, and then some more pitched battles. So of course, tons of art. I get these books generally for the lore and the art, probably mostly the art. And if you look down here, even for the maps, I love maps, just love it. So as a description, this version is limited to 600 copies. And the difference is, if we go back here, different cover, it's got some impressed text on the back, and the logo's gold trim on the pages with a little bookmark. So it's 120 pages. You get new rules for Morathi, which is kind of cool, because she has newfound power because she wants to become a god. So she's trying to find all that power. 2 new sets of allegiance abilities for Cities of Sigmar. So Anvil Guard, which is now known as Har-Kuron, of course, and the shadowy domain of, let's pronounce it as Misthaven, or Misthaven, as Misthaven, whatever it is. Stormkeep armies, Ardeneth Deepkin, so they have mount traits, which are pretty cool, and then a whole bunch of new War Scroll battalions. So let's find the actual version. So this is the normal version for $70, so half price compared to the other one, limited edition. It's the same book. I mean, each to your own. If you want to get a limited edition version, go for it. It's going to be no different. You can also get this book in a combo called the Broken Realms Narrative Collection. So you get the Morathi book and then a novel called Covens of Blood. If you're keen for that, you can pick up that in a combo. And of course, we also have Shadow of Pain, which is released. Now, I thought this was released last week, but apparently it's on pre-order now. So I don't know if it got delayed in Australia or not. I haven't been up on the pre-orders for the last couple of weeks. like I said, been pretty busy moving and being sick, so haven't been checking them out. But we get this one for 290 Australian at the top end, but these kind of releases generally are at that 290 range for Australia anyway. They come with models that already exist in the range, and the Daughters of Kane models are just exquisite. I love them. We do get the new model there, which I love. When these get released separately, I'll definitely pick that one up. So I don't really need to go through individually, apart from the 2 new models. So very cool. I just love the base work here with the snake wrapping around the pillar there. Very nice. Very iconic. I love this part of the model here. You see that in a silhouette, you'll be like, oh, I know what that model is. It's that one. And we also have the... is this the Lord of Pain? It is the... Lord of Pain. It is. That's what they're called. So this is the other exclusive model in the set. Very cool Slaneshi model. I like it. Yeah. Very disgusting. Big bit of iron stuck in the back there. Super gross. And the leather kind of on with chains and... ugh, gross, gross, gross. So let's look at this. So it comes with a whole bunch of things as well, which is very nice. We'll go into a bit more detail exactly what that is. And it comes with a bit of a rule book called Shadow and Pain. So what you get in this book, the Shadow and Pain booklet doesn't tell you how many pages it is. It's rules for the models, 2 new war scrolls you won't find anywhere else, which is cool. Realm of Battle rules, battle plan. Generally what you're going to get in a box set. You get a whole bunch of tokens, which is always nice to have, and then war scroll cards, which is cool. I think having war scroll cards in this kind of set is good. And you get 38 miniatures. We won't go through the whole thing. We can see that in this image here. Oops, sorry, this one here. What you get a ton of miniatures. I think either way, split it with someone. I think that'd be cool. Or not. You know, I don't split things. I usually buy it just for cool models. But yeah, there we go. 290 for Shadow and Pain. Australian, that is. Now we get to 4 new box sets. These are themed armies. So the actual text is... where is it? Doesn't say. There is some more information about it somewhere, but I can't... it's not on this page here. So basically, these are themed armies. And this is an army called Rokar Gresh, so Gresh's Iron Reapers. And you get 3 of these bad boys. What are these called again? These are chariots, aren't they? They are Chaos Chariots or Gorebeast Chariots, depends how you put them together. Love the Gorebeast. Love it. So you get 3 of those. So this is what the army is. I won't go through the 360s because these are old models, but we can get a look at what's going on here and the sprues and everything. You can check out the sprues on the games on the website itself. Won't need to go into that. So this is 125. Next up, we have another one, which is the Dursa Kraith, which is Kraith's Shadow Pact, which is the Daughters of Kane. It's a Darkling Coven, Daughters of Kane type thing. So in this one, you actually get 21 models. So here we go, some old classic Dark Elf models. Very nice. Yes, they are old. I mean, for the price, 125. It's pretty good. I imagine this... I can't remember how much this dragon was back in the day. Can't remember. This is the first time actually looking at what's in these boxes. So you get some cool models. Yes, they are a little bit outdated now. Very static positions, but it is what it is. Yeah, don't really need to go into too much into it, but you get 20 Darkling Covens, 1 Sorceress on a Black Dragon. Also buildable as a Dreadlord. And actually the Darkling Coven infantry, you can build them as Dark Shards, Bleak Swords, or Dread Spears. Comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So look at the sprue for that one. You can see how old this sprue is. So these aren't new models at all, it's just sort of repackaged in a new army. 425. I don't know really if it's worth it. And then we have the Bloodsurf Hunt, which is the Ideneth Deakin. This is 150, which makes sense. These are newer models. You only get 3 models in here. So $50 Australian each, which I think is cheaper. I think these are about 7... I'd have to research this. I didn't research it beforehand, but we get some cool elf sharks and a seahorse. Nightmare seahorse. So these are the new models. When I say newish, they are new because it's the army's new. We get a cool harpoon. Nice. So this one comes in at 150. So you get 2 Achillean Alopexes and an Achillean King. So this is probably going to be better valued simply because it's new models. And then we also get Van Breck's Blackwatch, which is some Stormcast Eternals. And you get a bunch in there for 165. If I remember correctly, I'm just trying to do some maths here. This is a single unit, and that unit there is a easy to build Underworlds Warband, I believe. So that there is basically $50-$60. This is one here. Yeah, so I think the value for this is pretty good. Yeah, not too shabby. So you get 10 Judicators, 8 Griffhounds, 3 Castigators, and a Lord Veritant. So this one actually probably could be good value. So there we go. Kaiser Van Breck's Blackwatch. I do wish what they could have done is created some unique characters, but again, I think that would be a cool thing, but it's a lot of work for boxes they may not sell that much of. So this is 165. Now, in Australia, we aren't getting the 3rd season or the 3rd series of Space Marine Heroes. I want these ones badly. I think these are coming out on the 21st in Australia, so I don't actually have the prices of what it is. I think it's about $100 for a box. If you buy a box, you get all 6. There's the full normal ones and then a special one. So if we look through on the page here, this is the special one here. Yeah. So very cool models. I think for a Death Guard army, you need these kind of models. You need more variants. Every Death Guard model should be unique. Like this one. This one's I really like this one. Cool stance. Some weird, creepy things going on. Love it. And then a Seeker one. And I'm sure that image is out somewhere. And of course, just Nurglings. Because every Death Guard should have a Nurgling familiar. Because why not? So if you do buy the full amount, you buy them individually, so you get it random, or you get the dispenser featuring all 6 models, which is good. And I don't know how many is actually in a dispenser itself. I think there was like 12 in a dispenser, possibly. I'm not sure. And there we go. In Australia, 21st of November. I would definitely want to pre-order that. So there we go. All right, let's keep cracking on through this. Now we've got some 40k Indomitors playing cards for $28. We know what playing cards are. We don't need to spend too much time. Cool art. Like, as just a collector's edition, I think that's really cool. Each of them has its own different unique art. I love it. And that's all I've got to say about it. So that's $28 for a deck of cards. We also have the Black Library Advent Calendar. So it actually comes in with, I don't actually know what's in it. Is it a little book? I think it must come in books. Oh no, 25 individual sleeved art prints. That actually wouldn't be too bad. $100 for each print. Each print is about, let's go inches with this one, 11.7 inches by 16.5 inches. So pretty good. So it's A3. A3 actually. Okay. Interesting. So that's for people outside of the country, outside of Australia. It's basically 2 A4 size. So it's not small. They're pretty cool. And I wish they could show what prints they are, but it's an advent calendar. You don't know what you're going to get. So $100, this is actually a really nice present, I think, for someone. So you're going to get, was it 25? 25, yeah, 25 prints. I think that's really cool, including a deluxe foil print for Christmas Day. So each is individually sleeved. I think that's actually really cheap. $100. I like it. I might consider that. Interesting. All right, and then we get to a bunch of books. They've got a new series 3 of novellas. There's 5 books in the series. So we have a Necromunda one, a Orc. What are they called these days? Auric? Well, this isn't Orcs. Oh no, this is 40k. Sorry, one thing, I just wasn't paying attention at all. It's Sisters of Battle and Space Marine. Oh, they're all 40k. Didn't realize. Okay. And then some Bone Reapers. Some Aussie Art Bone Reapers. So all of these are $14 each. They're novellas. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but you can buy it in a pack of 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if that actually makes things better. I could be able to do the maths. Someone let me know in the comments if that's worthwhile. I don't know. I can't do maths off the top of my head. So you can get those. The other book is the Covens of Blood, which we talked about previously. $40 hardback. So you can pick that up now. And that comes in the Broken Worlds narrative collection that we've already looked at. Next up, we also have a CD, Heirs of Grimnir by David Guymere. So it is a 1 hour 12 book performed by John Banks and a whole bunch of other people. So you can get that, $25. Who buys CDs these days? I don't know. Okay, Forge World. Still got 2 more to go. So we've got some Aeronautica Imperialis, or let's be honest, Epic 40,000 scale. I am 100% convinced that Epic 40k is coming eventually. I've got no doubt in it. I think they may do a tank version, and then it's just a matter of, let's do some inventory and we're done. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. $51 Australian for 3 ground assets. I like the scale for Aeronautica Imperialis. I like the game. I haven't played it too much. I just like the models. So here's one of the giant cannons. Then we got some kind of like giant las guns, las cannons. Very cool paint jobs. Love how it's all eroded. And then we get this little fuel tank, probably to power everything. Very cool. You could almost even fit that into 40k if it didn't have the barrels and some of the panels there. I think that would fit right in. And that's what it looks like. The same scale, the same base size as the models there. So we've got some nice little close-ups. I love the paint jobs that they do for this scale. Something about it. Feels like they've been given a little bit more license just to go a little bit more crazier. Then the rules. I'm not going to go too much into the rules for that. And this is what it looks like in resin. This is Forge World, so it's going to be resin. So you do get some extra cool little details in there. And that's what they look like as resin. Just cool little pieces. There you go. And then, so that's $51. And of course, because the current campaign is against the Tau, we get some Tau Aircast ground assets, which you know what? I don't like the Tau aesthetic at all. I don't think many people do, but each to their own. I'm interested in their lore and their background, but as models, 2, not grimdark. But, you know, can't all be grimdark all the time. So we got a little tower there. We got some pew pew guns. Let's get a little bit of rotation on that. I mean, cool little assets. But I do love like the chunky guns that they have. But other than that, I'm just like, I just don't think I get it. I don't think it fits in. I think you could do some grimdark, like 28 ink style Tau. I have seen some if you search 28 ink. So the numbers 2, 8, then I and Q, and then Tau. You get some really cool, interesting looking models. So they can be made grimdark. It just doesn't do it for me. And here they are in resin. Very cool looking. I think it looks better without the paint job. That's my only personal opinion. So that's $51. So that's all we've got. That's it. Oh my god, that took ages. That was 19 minutes to get through all that. Woo. As usual, thank you for watching. There's going to be a little bit of an upset schedule for these videos coming soon, simply because of what's happening in the UK with the new lockdown coming into effect. I think it came into effect a couple of hours ago, maybe like 12 hours. So, and coming up to Christmas, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they've prepared a lot and a lot of things have already been shipped out. But we have already seen in Australia where 1 or 2 models a week are getting delayed. Like we still haven't got the Primaris Chaplain on black yet, or I think the Tech Marine. No, I think we got the Tech Marine. There was another model we haven't got. And we're still waiting on the Space Marine Heroes Series 3, the Death Guard ones we've already talked about in this video. I don't know if that is going to put a whole bunch of planned things out they've already announced, like Warhammer, new season of Warhammer Underworlds and some of the new Warcry warbands. We don't know at the moment. I think that they would have planned for this. I think it was inevitable that there would be another lockdown in the UK. That's just my personal opinion, but I'm assuming they did plan, and because it is coming up to Christmas, they would have had all this stuff ready to go and shipped out. How that plays out, not sure. I'm sure we're going to hear some announcements coming out in the near future, but for now, I just don't know. There probably will be shortage on other models, so ones that they just have to repress all the time. But newer stuff, I think once it sells out, might not be able to get it back for a while. We'll see. From what I've read on the Warhammer website, Warhammer community website, they did put out a statement saying that they are still producing content, or producing models and boxes, but I don't know how the shipping arrangements of that will work out. I guess time will tell. I think we'll find out pretty quickly in the next few weeks about how production schedule is going, what has been prepared, and I assume a lot has been prepared already, and what hasn't been prepared, and stock levels. Just make an assumption that stock levels will go down, as it has for this year. There's still a lot of things that you just can't get. Definitely in Australia, you can't get. In the UK, maybe a little bit better, but Australia, there's some things we just can't get hold of, and stores just aren't getting it. For example, I picked up the shard of the Void Dragon model, and Roops at Warhammer Chatswood, shout out to those guys, they said that it's one of the last ones in the country. Whether that means it's sold out super fast or they just can't get stock back in because of COVID, don't know. I'm reading between the lines and saying it's just COVID, but don't know. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say on that. Tell me what you are looking excited for. Wow, my words. English should be my first language. I can't deal with it. Tell me what models you're excited for. To be honest, nothing really jumped out at me too much this week. I'm more hanging out for Warhammer Underworlds and some new 40k stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the video for more content like this, and I will see you next time.